This is LJ from Sevendust, and
Morgan from Sevendust.
and a crazy tour bus story. I mean, we don't have enough time because we've been out on the road for a zillion years, so we have a million from the bus catching a fire on the Cuddy's R2. I can just remember that. But I think the most recent crazy thing was, and I'll make it short, was we just started, and we weren't on this bus, we were on a different bus, and it was several months ago, and our light guy, bunk was up under me, and I remember waking up and hearing like some type of waterfall sound, and I thought that was weird, and I kind of opened my bunk and it's completely dark, and I see him kind of wavering at the end of the hallway, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And he's kind of, so he's a little drunk, and I'm like, close my curtain again. And mind you, I'm kind of halfway in and out of sleeping. And I'm back again, I still hear, but now I hear it splashing, and I'm like, oh my God, he's peeing. And I open up the curtain, I said, hey, what are you doing? And he said, pissing.
In the hallway.
In the hallway. I said, I know, you're not in the bathroom. And we argued for about 2 minutes as he continued to pee and splash it around and shake it off.
That's not the first time.
and walk back to his bunk, and me look at him and say, you gotta be kidding me. And say, what? I was in the bathroom, what are you talking about? And fall back in his bunk and completely go back to sleep. Well, he was only in there for about 2 minutes before we pulled him out to get the pee up. But that was something funny. He didn't really remember it. He denied it for about a day or so. But yeah, that was a funny story, just to hear the splashing.
He's pissing on the floor in the hallway where we live.
And he was so far in, it wouldn't no coming out of it. I mean, he wasn't gonna stop. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
we got a different bus too after that. So
I have a similar story. It was a few years ago actually, but we were all sitting in the back lounge, and everybody's having a few drinks, and everybody's having a good time, and we had a few friends back here. One of them was a female, and just a friend. And
say she's just a friend.
Yeah. So she leaves, and we had a bathroom in the back and a bathroom in the front. And we're all sitting here, and all of a sudden, somebody's like, God, who shit?
You're not supposed to do that on the bus.
Well,
we don't do that.
But it smelled like somebody just had, like, done it right on the floor. I mean, it was really strong. Was
and
like,
I do remember this bus. It was a really beautiful bus, but the the door didn't slide or close. It was just an open bathroom.
Right, and it would shut like this.
Yeah, this would shut, right, but the bathroom door did. So
she comes back in the room and sits down, and
beautiful young lady,
and we're talking about this like somebody shit their pants here. Like, it stinks horribly in here.
The window couldn't get the smell out. It felt like it was right in here, like
so. We're panicking a little bit, like there's an animal in the cabinet or something. And John gets up and goes in and walks by the bathroom, and there's a turd like this long hanging out of the bowl. And he's like, holy shit, somebody has shit in the bus. And the girl's wasted, and she's sitting there, and all she does is she sits there and she goes, I'm sorry. That wasn't a good day. I remember it was a friend of ours. She wasn't allowed on the bus. We're not saying any names, but if she sees it, she'll definitely know it's her.
Oh, wow. That was a funny one, too. I mean,
who's shitting the bus? I'm sorry.
You?
That's pretty nasty bus.
Things are different.
So pee and poop.
Yeah. So, we've had a lot of good times, man. We've been doing it for so long. It's just so many fun
We've had
stories.
buses catch on fire, and jumping through the flames out the front door. We've been lucky enough not to have any wrecks. I was in the front of the bus once when our driver was driving. I was on my phone, and all he said was, watch out! And the bus was like that, and it hit a deer going about 75 or 80 miles an hour.
Oh, that's when we couldn't open the door.
That crushed the door shut, and could have went right through the window and
easily
killed me, but shattered the window and shut the door down. But
that was Cowboy. He was a great driver. He's passed away now. Man, we've had so many cool bus drivers. The reason that you're doing this bus event is we talk about those guys. It's incredible, the people that we met and the families that we've met, that we've also kept in touch with. A lot of our drivers, man, are good friends. It's cool to hear their story and know that they have these lives at home and beautiful families, and to not only know that they drove you, but they've driven half the people in the music industry, not only rock but rap to country. So they have the stories too. Those guys
we had drivers that drove like Kiss on Love Gun.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we're like,
Grandpa.
Talk to me about that.
When he was driving us,
Yeah.
he was like 80 years old.
Yeah.
I remember we got him when he was
And then
going
Cowboy did like Van Halen in their heyday. You know, it was
Mhm.
like, this is crazy. He would tell us about, you know, Valerie Bertinelli and Eddie on the bus and stuff like that. And
Those
it's
guys
just
got
crazy
crazy stories, man. I mean,
You should be doing a special with those
Those
dudes.
guys,
They got
yeah.
all the stories.
get us back here with a bus driver so we can really get them good. We're like,
Yeah.
yeah, what about that time you told us about?
Yeah.